Okay, so the first part was all about the upper part, opening up the chest, mobilizing the shoulders, the back. Now we're going to do the legs. So we're going to stretch out the hamstrings, open up the hip flexors, hip flexors. So I'm going to bring the right leg forward to the mat, making sure you have a 90-degree angle of your back foot, relaxing the back foot, leaning into the stretch. Now I'm using blocks to demonstrate. Some of you won't have blocks, so I suggested you could use small tables or chairs, or if you don't want any blocks, you can just place your hands on the floor. So it all depends on your flexibility. So if I demonstrate without, you can see, but if you need help, then please use it. It will help you. So we're going to flex that foot towards us with our hands on the floor. To deepen that stretch, you can come a little bit further down, tucking your head, and always keep that foot flexed. By flexing the foot, you're stretching out the back of the calves. You feel it on the back of the knee, and also the top part of your leg where your hamstrings here are. I want you to be aware of the hip. So some people tend to lift the hip up. I want you to push the hip down. It deepens the stretch, and you're going to feel that all the way underneath your hamstrings there. So you're going to hold that for 5 breaths. And then we're going to lean back and deepen the stretch even more. You're going to grab your towel, and some of you will need to sit on a towel. So you can sit on 2 towels, 1 towel, or if you want, no towels at all. But I'll demonstrate with a towel if you want. So you're going to lean down and flex the foot, grab the foot with your hand, take the other hand out and tuck your head down. So by doing this, we are now stretching out our quads again and our ankles. Okay, so you're going to hold this for 5 breaths. And then come back up. Bring your foot forward. Grab your blocks if you need them, or just put your hands on the floor, and then you're going to lean into your hip flexor stretch. So the back knee has to go as far back away as you can, and the front leg is in a 90-degree angle. I don't want any knees over the feet. If you have weak knees, that's not a good idea. You want to have your knee over your ankle, and you're going to look forward. You can have your hands flat, you can be on your fingertips, you can use your blocks, or you can stay here. So you're really leaning into the stretch. So we're going to deepen that stretch by placing our hands on our waists or behind our hip area, and you're going to push your hip forward, and you're going to look straight ahead of you. Inhale and exhale. I'm going to hold this stretch for 5 breaths. And now you're going to even deepen even more by lifting the arms up, opening the chest. So now we're going to open the chest and the hips, and you're going to lean back. Inhale and exhale. You're going to hold this for 5 breaths, and then you're going to squeeze your shoulder blades together and keep your elbows bent, hands spread out, and hold for 5 breaths. So you're really stretching your inner thighs here, and you're really mobilizing your upper part of your body. Inhale and exhale. And then you're going to come down to the floor, and let's stretch that leg out one more time. Come and sit down on your towel and lean forward. Inhale, rise up, and now we're going to swap onto the other foot. So moving your towel over, bringing your leg forward, using your blocks. You're flexing your foot, hands on the floor, 90-degree of your back leg, so your hip is over your knee, and your hands are on the floor, flexing your foot, looking forward. Again, you can use props. Lift your head up, push your hip down, so you're getting a nice, good stretch of your hamstrings. And then if you want to deepen that stretch, you're going to come down even more. And this is also stretching your lower back. Inhale and exhale. Counting for 5 breaths on each stretch, and then coming back onto your towel, flexing your foot, grab your hand around your foot, and come all the way down for more deep stretch. Inhale and exhale. This is an option. If you don't wish to come back on your knee, you can just stay up, flexing your foot out in front of you. So whatever feels comfortable for you. Now we're going to come forward, making sure that the ankle is underneath the knee and your other knee is going away. So I don't want any knees like this or any, I want you to really push down so you're getting and opening those hips. Hands on the floor, looking forward. And now I like to include the upper part of the body while we're doing this. So you're going to lift your body up, place your hands behind your back, and pull and open the shoulders. And look up. Inhale and exhale. We can hold this for 5. And then raise your arms above your head. And let's open even more. Really feeling the stretch on the upper part of your body. Inhale and exhale. And then let's bend the elbows, squeezing the shoulder blades. Look forward and take yourself back a little bit and look up. Inhale and exhale, hold for 5. And then gently release, come down to the floor and just flex. Come back onto your knees, or onto your ankles and stretch out. If you don't want to come back to your knees, you can always just come back onto your hands. So taking that leg out, let's just stretch out into a puppy pose. And now we're going to come to the next bit. So we're going to sit now on our mat. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit more stretching of the legs. You're going to flex your feet towards you. So you can either sit on your mat like this when we do our forward folds, seated forward folds, or some of you might find it easy and help you if you sit on, I'm just going to actually sit on one, but some of you might need to sit on 1 or 2 towels, which will help. And then you'll place another towel underneath. So that will be very helpful if you're very, very stiff in your lower back and the backs of your legs. So you're going to lift, inhale, and exhale into your forward fold. So you're just holding your feet, or maybe your ankles, or maybe your hands will be just at the side, depending on your flexibility. Doesn't matter where you are, just feeling that stretch. Some of you might want to grab your feet and just pull them towards you, just hugging and pulling yourself down as much as you can. We hold this for 5 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Coming out of that stretch, we're now going to do a twist. So again, I'm going to take that towel behind you, particularly if you're sat on some towels, because it'll help keep your back straight. You will need another towel on the back of your knee, so you don't overextend that knee and flex the foot. You're going to take your right foot over and you're going to sit in this position. And then you're going to turn, place your hand behind on the towel, and you're going to place your other arm on top of your knee, and then place the hand on top of the side of your buttocks. You're going to push yourself up, so you're lifting the chest, turn the head, push down your buttocks so they're not lifting up, and you're now going to get a really deep stretch, again around the side of your back all the way around, opening the obliques, stretching the spine. So you're going to hold this for 5 breaths. Inhale and exhale. And then gently coming out of that stretch, you're going to take your leg and place it underneath your leg or just at the side. We're opening our hips here. Inhale, exhale, come down, placing your hands behind your foot and holding this stretch for 5 breaths. This is opening your hips and stretching those hamstrings. So you should start to feel a lot more flexible now. Inhale and exhale. We're holding this for 5 breaths. And then you lift yourself back up. And we're going to do the other side. But before we do, let's do a forward fold. So inhale, exhale, come forward again. You'll find that you'll be able to come more forward. And you'll start to feel more stretchy, I guess, as we've got to this point. So inhale, come back up. You can hold that for 5 or just do a quick forward fold, and then we're going to swap over, placing our other leg on the other side. So make sure your foot is nice and flat on the floor, and flex your other foot, turning around, placing your hand behind the towel, the other hand on top and at the side of your buttocks. Lift that chest and pull yourself around for that stretch, spine stretch, oblique stretch, and pull that shoulder back. So everything should feel fairly flexible now. Holding that stretch for 5 breaths, coming back, and then tucking this foot right in there to stretch your inner thigh. Use your towel. You don't have to use any towels if you don't want to. This is just for helping certain people that find it difficult to stretch on the mat. So feeling that nice stretch, holding your foot, holding for 5 breaths, and then coming back up and taking your towel away from underneath you. Okay, so now we're going to lie down on our mat, but we're going to use our towels now. So you're going to place all 4 towels on top of each other. We're going to open the front side of our body. You're going to come down on your mat and you're going to lift these up. Now you don't have to have 4 towels. You could have 3 if you want, or 2, but I'll just demonstrate and then you'll see what I want you to do. So you're going to bring this underneath you from your waistline, covering your butt and your waist, okay? Stretch the legs out. You can either have your arms at the side or you can bring your arms all the way behind you. So this is a good stretch for the front side here. You can stretch out your hips here, your waist, your abs, and just feel that nice stretch. So if there's any uncomfortableness here in your back, use another towel to put it underneath you to support your back if you wish to, okay? So it all depends on your flexibility and how comfortable this feels, but it needs to feel comfortable. You need to be able to lie here. To be honest, you could lie here for 5 minutes if you want to. You're coming to the end of your practice. This is a really nice one to stay into, shutting your eyes. And once you've done that, you're now going to come out of this stretch by moving the towels away from you, taking them away. You're going to hug your knees into your chest, pulling them in. A good stretch of the lower back here. Now we're going to finish off with another twist by taking the arms out at the side and rolling your knees over to the left, placing your left hand on your knee and turning your head to the right. This is another good twist. You're going to feel this more in your upper part of your back actually. Inhale and exhale, holding this for 5 breaths. And then we're going to roll over to the other side. And hold the knee, push the shoulder down, and hold for 5 breaths. And then coming back out. Okay, we're going to come back up. Always come up on the side, never lift up from your chest. Good way of doing your back in. And now we're going to finish off now in a relaxing pose. You have an option if you want to lie flat on your mat, or to place these towels behind you. So it's nice and comfortable and you've got your head there. You can take your arms at the side, place your feet together, nice little opening of the hips. And this is where you totally relax. So you're going to close your eyes, take in some deep breaths. You've now come to the end of your practice. So you need to draw your awareness to your breath, feeling the inhalation and exhalation. So you're just totally relaxing here, just letting go, really feeling your body sinking into the mat beneath you. If you wish to take your legs out now, you can. If you wish to remove your towels, you can, and lie flat. It's entirely up to you how you want to do your last bit of relaxation. But to focus on your breath keeps you into the present moment, relaxing your mind, relaxing your body. So just focusing on your breath here. For the next few, you can make it 5, 10 minutes, whatever feels good for you. Just allowing your mind to focus on your breath. Feeling your body getting heavier and heavier, relaxing more and more. When you've finished your relaxation, very gently lift your knees up. Again, just turn onto your side and just push yourself up. Coming onto your mat. If you have time, just bring your feet together in a cross-leg position, placing your hands either in front of you, or you can place it on top of your knee in a chi. Just keeping your eyes closed, dipping your chin, nice straight back. Again, feel, just keeping the awareness all around you and on your mat. Just feeling the breath, feeling that sensation of your breath. And then bringing your hands together, opening your eyes. Namaste. Thank you.